Hey, this is Hammer 357 Mag here. I'm on a mission. I'm trying to accomplish or establish a concept of use for the purpose of doing some knife quick looks. I've come up with 5 major concepts of use based on a lot of YouTube videos I've seen, plus some research on the internet, and reviewing some major knife companies and their descriptions. During the quick look, I would provide my assessments of the primary and secondary concept of use of the knife. So I want to come up with 5 concepts of use, and when I start doing some quick looks at knives, I want to be able to say concept use, like this knife here is wood processing, which in this case it's the BK2, which we all know that's the primary purpose of that, and come up with, a second category use, which could be hunting or tactical, etc., etc. So anyway, my first concept of use here is going to be wood processing knives. And the way I see this, it's a large fixed blade knife, 6 to 9 inches, and this BK2 is right around 6. With a full fat grind, and normally that'll be the entire length of the blade or 3/4. The knife must be 3/8 to 1/4 inch thick, and I think the BK2 here is 1/4 inch thick. And the knife must be able to chop baton and feather wood. And I'll be doing a quick look on the BK2 later. Okay, let's move on. My second concept of use is going to be hunting and survival knives. These are knives that must be able to gut, skin, section, and process meat. So let me just put a few knives up here which I think meet that function. Hopefully I can get them all in there. And again, these are just quick examples. Let me just put this one here for now, since we can get them all in to show all the examples. Or maybe I can't. I'll put this one here. Okay, basically these are used also in the kitchen to process and prepare food, can perform some bushcrafting tasks. These can perform light wood processing tasks such as batoning of small wood and also feathering wood. And the survival knife edge can be straight or have a partial serrated with the majority of the edge straight. And I don't have an example of that, but the best I could find the difference between a hunting knife and a survival knife, which again, if you look at this K-Bar Mark I, which was issued to the Air Force as a survival knife, it does not have any serrations on here, but later on it was decided that serrations were needed in order to cut themselves free from their seat belts and whatnot. Okay, let's move on to the next category of knives. And I will be putting these definitions in the text when I put this video out, because they're probably not, you can't really read them here. Anyway, a tactical, let's call it a fixed blade knife. Again, it's a knife with a blade designed to inflict a lethal injury to a physical confrontation between 2 or more individuals at a very short range. Knife edges can be straight or have a small part of the knife that is serrated. So I got 2 examples here of that. And this is an M-Tech Marine combat knife. Then again, I have the K-Bar large Tanto knife. Both these have serrations. So these are just quick examples. I'm not doing reviews on these knives. I plan to do them later. Concept of use, tactical EDC knives. Now usually a tactical EDC knife will be a flipper that's used to carry in your pocket. So my first example here is going to be the Kershaw, I think it's called a Blur. Anyway, you can see the point and the serrations again. That's more of a tactical knife. Here's another Kershaw I have. Again, you can see the way the knife is pointed in the serrations. That's a perfect everyday carry tactical knife. And this is another one that could be used as a smaller tactical knife. It's got some jimping on it. Okay, let's move on to the next category. But here is, I call my small, medium, or large EDC knives, which is a knife that performs general purpose everyday tasks, can be used in kitchens, perform bushcrafting tasks. Again, the blade of the knife can be serrated or non-serrated. Now, here's some examples. Again, this one could actually fall in the tactical because it's got some jimping on it, but since it's a little smaller, the blade length might not qualify as a tactical knife, because usually a tactical knife you want a little more blade length. Here's another one of my EDCs. That's the Oh So Sweet, and I don't remember the name of this one, but it's got a little color to it. But again, that would be an EDC knife. Again, I wouldn't consider this tactical. It doesn't have any jimping of significance. But again, if I did a full review of it, I might find that it is tactical. Anyway, these are just some of my examples. What I'd like to do is, put this out for a couple weeks, get comments and feedback from everybody on the categories I have come up with. Categories of use, I got 5. And the definitions, and I'll post all this with the video so you can read it. What I like is your recommendations and feedback on, are those the right 5 categories? Do my definitions, are they adequate, or am I way out in left field? I don't know. I'd like to collect some inputs from everybody for about 2 weeks. Then at that time, I'd like to start using these concepts of use for some quick looks on some knives I have. And of course, the concepts of use, the definitions, even after I do the initial fine-tuning in a couple weeks, as time progresses, as I do the reviews and people give me feedback, they can be adjusted and tweaked. So again, I'd like to get any video responses or inputs within the next couple weeks so that I can start doing my knife reviews, or knife quick looks, well, I'll call them, because I don't want to review a knife. I'm going to do what I call a quick look. Anyway, thanks for your time. Have a great day, and long live rock and roll and the American dream. Thank you. Oh my God.